Hey everybody, welcome to Mom Plays. I am Mom. This is Fallout 4, and this is also the railroad. So last time we got a courser chip from a courser at Green Tech Genetics, and this time we need to take it to the railroad, who, when you play the when you play, the railroad is the only group that will can decode it. So let's take this to Desdemona.
I have a report here. It reads more like a comic book. Apparently, one hell of a fight took place at Green Tech Genetics.
Oh?
Oh? What have you heard?
One of our agents took a courser, alone. Something I'm not even sure Glory could do. And that agent is you. I'm all for one less courser in the world, but why'd you do it?
Well, yeah, we need the Institute code. I mean, you know that.
I needed a courser chip. I need the code on it.
You have one of their chips? Intact? Follow me. Now.
Well, don't get all
Decoding a courser
grouchy
chip
at
is a very
me.
delicate operation. A million things can go wrong. The least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Oh, hey, Des. You need something?
Tom, we got a courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh, man, it's been ages!
You've hit the jackpot with this. Hand over the chip. Let's see what's on it.
So I think it's really funny that Tom says it's been ages, because supposedly nobody's ever gotten their hands on a courser chip. Okay, here you go.
Here you go.
All right, Tom, make it happen.
About to head out.
Little
My
course
safe house kiddies need me to make some
Let's have the
moves.
circuit analyzer take a crack at you.
Cosworth, get out of the way. Get. Thank you.
We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little. What? Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running. Oh man, they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be. Come on, baby, show me that pattern.
All those decimals, they're very
They're
tough.
using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard. I got you. All right, software in. Come on. Show me that sweet base number. Come on, baby. And we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Hey, yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
And Agent, I hope that helps you as much as you've helped us. Good work.
I was power napping and whammo, it hit me. Got some ideas on how to kit out Deliverer. Make your super badass gun even more, well, more. So check out my stock.
Not right now.
I don't need anything.
You got it. You got it.
I do. Okay, so somehow Tom, who we're supposed to believe is an erratic genius, he managed to decode the courser chip for us, so yay. Now, if I am right, we have to take this back to Virgil. Yes. So, well, let's just travel from here. Thank God for fast travel. Right here to Virgil's Rocky Cave. And let's get this thing done. We need to thanks, Cosworth. Yeah, so Virgil's gonna give us some schematics. We're gonna get this thing fixed. Hi, Virgil.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
Absolutely.
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
Nope.
You did get rid of Kellogg after all.
I did.
Not too much of a leap to take down a courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
I have friends in low places.
I've made some friends in the Commonwealth.
Better you than me. Face like this, I'm not gonna make too many friends.
True
You're
fact.
not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
You know what? We will be fine.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises. But if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
Absolutely.
I've got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
So if you notice, even though the railroad was the only one who could decode that for us, we could take these to the Brotherhood, the Railroad, or the Minutemen. So obviously, we are going for the Minutemen ending. We are going to ask the Minutemen to help us with this. And apparently we have something we're supposed to do for Sanctuary. I'm going to let it run out of time because, frankly, when you're playing by yourself, it's hard enough to run around and do all the little settlement quests and shit all the time. But recording makes it even, harder. So, I've been experimenting. I thought I'd talk about this really quick. I've been experimenting with Twitch streaming Fallout 76 with my daughter because we always play in a team doing any of the quests. If we get on by ourselves, it's mostly for scavenging, and that's about it. We don't ever usually play any quest lines or anything when we're by ourselves. We only do that in a team. And I've been experimenting with trying to get her party chat with in my stream, because currently you can only hear mine. Supposedly there's a way to get us both on Twitch. I have not figured out how. I know that there's a way to do it with whatever it is that Microsoft uses to stream. Microsoft's got their own streaming service thing. I hate it because it's not Twitch, which is where everybody goes to see streaming, not some second brand shit. We might have figured it out, and if that is the case, we're going to start streaming together because, to be honest, my daughter's hilarious to play with. She's a lot of fun. And I think it would be a lot of fun for you guys to see us both play games together because it can get pretty awesome. Anyway, so I'm working on that. If I do get that up, I will let you guys know. Hey, look, there's our drinking buddy. Hi. What do I need? I need a signal interceptor.
I have plans here to build a signal interceptor that can get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
Pretty sure we've already talked about my son.
They kidnapped my baby.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
It gets me inside. Yeah, let's talk about this.
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter? They call it the molecular relay.
Teleportation? For real? Wow.
That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix. I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help.
Yeah,
In the
you
meantime,
really
make sure to
did
offer
not
help
need
to
to add
anyone
that
needs
on
it.
the end of
That
that
can only help our
because
cause.
I don't need you to do that. I just saw Sturgis walk by.
Yeah.
You know, Carla, don't be all grouchy at me. Fun fact, Carla is a spy for the Institute, if you guys didn't know
You can
that.
fix just about anything. Guns, computers, people. Just gotta have the right
Please
tools.
tell me you don't think you're some kind of armchair doctor. Okay.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Plans.
Here you go.
Wow, what a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Yeah.
It's real. I got it from an ex-Institute scientist.
Seriously? I didn't know you could be an ex-Institute anything and still be breathing.
Right?
Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Just tell me what we need so I can get started.
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that,
Don't you mean
get busy
here?
figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
All right, Sturgis, I think we can do that. Why is it pointing me someplace? Oh, it's pointing me to the workshop. All right, so we're going to go ahead and build this over here on this house platform because it's outside of what is currently Sanctuary's city limits. All right. Oh, come on now. A stabilized reflector platform. All right. Go on into specials. And because of all my mods, it's going to be hidden in here somewhere. I also have a mod that if you're on PC, it'll actually let TVs play HBO, the actual HBO channel. The whole setup is exactly like what we're going to do. So I have to remember I'm not doing that. It's a little annoying. Let's see. Stabilized reflector platform. Come on now. Stabilized. Sturgis. All right, Sturgis, here I come again. You had better have decrypted all that stuff in like 2 minutes because that's all the time I'm giving you.
Sturgis.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
I did.
Yeah, ready to build the rest of it.
Good.
Stop
I think I
bumping
got
me,
a handle on
Cosworth.
this crazy contraption. At least as much as I can tell. Until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
All right.
Thanks, Sturgis. I'll get right on this.
Good deal. One thing to keep in mind...
Oh, were you going to tell me something? Well, it doesn't matter if you were going to tell me something because it doesn't matter. Let's just get on over here. See if we can build all these pieces without having to, like, go find stuff, because we should. technically be able to do this. God, I was gonna say, don't lock up. Please don't lock up. Alrighty, so the pieces that we need. And it's gonna take, he's right, it's gonna take a lot of power to power this up. So we've got the base, so we're good with that. We need the molecular beam emitter, which snaps onto the base. And hopefully I give a, oh, we need the relay dish. I want it to point the right direction. There we go. And we need, there's a console that we need to wire all this together. And I'm not seeing it. Shit. Hopefully it's not going to make me go get the... I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Hi, Sturgis. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Where is the console? Oh my goodness. Okay, so there is that. Memory den console. That is not the console I'm looking for. That's the HBO one. Oh my goodness. Look at all this junk. I mean, I love it when I'm building, but there it is. But for right now, it's kind of like, eh. Let's drop the console over here. Okay. Now power it up. No, I don't want to. Let's hook that to that. Let's hook that to that. And let's go into generators. Oh, I went the wrong direction. Power. Generators. Can I build a big one? No, I do not have rank 4 science, but we can build... Oh, God, we can't even build this one. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25... I think it's 27 that it takes. We will find out here in a minute. Hook it. Hook it. Hook it. Hook it. Oh my goodness. Alright, and hook it. That is beautiful. Look at that. Signal interceptor. All right, Sturgis, I'm coming to talk to you. Hey, get...
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Yep, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
All right,
Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest.
Okay, here we go. Onto the platform. And then it locks you on, so you're stuck once you get on the platform. You can't be like, nah, I don't want to right now.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam.
What if I dance?
By the way,
What if I
I
dance?
figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay?
Sturgis, are you gonna blow me up? Because...
And... Got it! Hold on to your butt!
Okay, I'm grabbing my cheeks. I wonder what it feels like to be ripped into a million pieces, a trillion gazillion pieces, and then put back together. That probably is not the best feeling. But we made it. So we need to drop the network scanner in here. So let's do that really quick. Let's just load the network scanner. Scan the network. And eject that tape. Okay. All right. First thing's done. Take a peek around. What do we got? Hello?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Face to face, huh? And you know why I'm here. Well, we'll see if you know why I'm here. Step into the elevator. Give me a minute. I just want to see what you've got in your very, very clean... Well, shouldn't say this part's very clean, but this part, okay. Stepping into the elevator. Hey, hey, hey.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
I love how they did this because your first
Welcome to the Institute.
glimpse of the Institute is just
This is the reality of the Institute.
crazy.
This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Yep, he would be correct about that. Oh, look, another elevator. Let's do this. And look, it says this is Sean. Hey, hey kid.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Okay,
Fascinating.
that is not cool.
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Oh no.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
Really difficult to take in.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Yeah. Okay, so how?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Yeah. Let's ask why.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Okay, so yeah, they needed specimens.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Yeah, okay, so he was here the whole time.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Okay, so, this is gonna run a little over because I want to get through Father's, questions and stuff. So let's ask about Kellogg.
Kellogg? He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
So... you used him?
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I
Really?
say? To ease your mind.
Alright, let's talk about the Institute itself before we get really emotional.
You're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Yeah, they are scared of you.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand.
No, it's not that.
Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time.
Uh-huh.
What else can I say to ease your mind?
Alright, let's talk about your dad that Kellogg killed.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
So, the first time I did this, when he said that the dad was collateral damage, I was like, oh, hells no. Oh, no. And I still feel that way about it. Stay here?
You want me to stay here in the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Yeah. What's this? I'm going to ask about this dismissive. No, I'm not. I'm going to agree.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
So you have to say yes to this to continue with everything. So, of course, I'm going to say yes.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay, so I still have a bad taste in my mouth every time I talk to him. I have done an Institute playthrough, and I felt dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. And basically, I turned it into a Raider playthrough because that's what it feels like to me when you agree to be with the Institute. So we're going to leave it here. We are supposed to go and talk to all the divisions heads, but of course we will do that in the next episode because this episode is long, but we have made it to the Institute, and that is good enough for now. So you have been watching Mom Plays. You can follow me on Twitter at ToniaTrace or on Twitch at twitch.tv/ToniaT, and I will catch you all next time.